vocational skills, integrity, creativity, excellence is our motto. Gloria, Gloria, Savior forevermore. You cherish the Lord, and you be our tomorrow. You rise and shine, and Savior forevermore. From here to the world, awesome, we to learn to practice on research, with parent hearts of heart, truth and diligence, our joy to all hail my alma mater, ye nostro Sancti of the grant, be thou prayer in the world of word forever and evermore.
We shall resume our seats, please. Thank you very much. So, shall we have the volunteer give us the opening prayer so we can commence the program? A volunteer, anybody? Thank you. Please, let's give him a round of applause.
Shall we please close our eyes? Father, we thank you in the name of Jesus. We give you all the glory. We give you all the honor. It's not about mind, it's not about power, but the grace that you have shown upon us. That's why we are still alive at this moment. We pray this evening and commit our meeting unto your care. May you take absolute control so that at the end, glory and honor shall be given unto you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you very much for the powerful and simple prayer. And so we would commence the program, but then I would like to introduce a few people to you. So, seated behind me in no particular order, we have the Vice Dean, Student Affairs, Vice Dean of Student Affairs, in the person of Dr. Mrs. Emilio Hinefriye. Please round of applause for her. And then we also have representing the acting registrar, the deputy registrar and director, general services, in the person of Mr. Daniel Labi. Please round of applause for him. In the course of the program, there will be other university personalities joining us here, and I would ensure that I introduce them to you in the course of the program. At this juncture, I will call on the representative of the acting registrar to give us the purpose of this gathering. Please, let's welcome him with a round of applause. Apologies, we'd rather have the welcome address first before the purpose of the gathering. So please would welcome instead the Vice Dean of Student Affairs, Dr. Mrs. Ohene-Afriyie. Thank you.
All right, please, good evening to everyone. All right, you are welcome to Accra Technical University. I hope you are really happy, isn't it? Yes, we are also very happy for having you. You heard my name. I'm called Dr. Mrs. Emilio Ohene-Afriyie, but unfortunately, I'm not the one who's supposed to have welcomed you today because we heard that I'm a vice, isn't it? Yeah, the substantive is there, but he's giving me the permission that today I should come and welcome you. That's why I'm coming to welcome you. So I welcome you again. You are welcome. All right. So I have to give you the address for my boss, and my boss is Mr. Seth Alute. Mr. Seth Alute, you will definitely see him. Don't worry. There are so many activities that will be held over here, and he will come. So you will see him. So I welcome you. Actually, our office is responsible for general welfare and discipline of all students, giving meaning to the role of senior members as acting in local parents. It means that right now that you've left some of your parents at home, we will be here taking care of you as what? As your parents. So anything you need, you tell us. If it is within our domain, you see, you are making noise. So I'm clarifying it. If it's within our domain, we will do our possible best to even give it to you. So what is it all about? By working in what? In collaboration with, so you see, Department of Student Affairs, or we say that our department, what we are there is we collaborate with the registrar. We also have the hall and the hostel authorities. We do also have the University Medical Center. Those who have not seen there, I think tomorrow onwards, you will see that we have a clinic. After the clinic, we have the medical center over there. Perhaps when you are ill, but don't be ill, you go there. The next one is we also collaborate with guidance and counseling and career development directorate. We also have the sports, leisure and recreational units with us, and definitely all of them, you hear from them. Then we are also there to represent Students' Council, that is SRC, to ensure that your welfare and all student welfare are also being taken care of. So we are here for the purposely for you. So what we do is that as you have come, the other things that we have to let you be aware of. In our faculty or in our department, we have Office of the Dean. We are duly having it as things that you should know, and there are some clubs that we should make you aware of them. And any of you can be part of it. So when you decide, you pick and choose which one you think is an idea for you. One of them we have is the Debate and Public Speaking Society. When you are able to join this, we are going to let you know that you wouldn't remain in Ghana here. Recently, we traveled outside, and the nicest aspect of it is in the whole Africa, we were judged the 3rd best in public speaking. So it's acknowledgement for us. We have the drama and choreography troupe over there, those who know how to dance very well. I'm also a good dancer. So after this, I'll exhibit my skills a little for you to see. Then the next one is those who have been blessed to sing very well, the choristers. I also know how to sing a little, but not much. Please, where can you locate us? You want to see us? You've seen I'm directing my hand this way. Somebody will say this way is pointing where? It's pointing towards the Tudu Gate. Have you seen Tudu Gate? Yeah, the small gate. The small gate at your right-hand side, where we have the private toilet over there. The toilet that look like a butchery toilet. Have you seen that one? Yes, you have not seen it. Go there and look at it. It's so nice and beautiful. After that, there's a story building over there. It's called the stores. So when you climb the stores, we are in the room number 113. That is 113. 113. You come there. We wouldn't wish that there should be a problem, but in case there is a problem, kindly come. We will attend to all your problems and we will solve it, because human beings are there to solve problems, isn't it? But don't bring any problem. Thank you. So our good week's message for you is that my boss says that he wish you a fruitful stay in this institution and make the very best of your grace that you want to also get. You know, the nicest aspect of it is in university, when you perform very well, you alone, first class, everyone will stand up for you to pass, and it is honor. And it's my prayer that most of you will have it. All of you can't have it, but most of you will have it. So if you believe in it, you say, I receive it. Thank you. So you're welcome. You're welcome, yes. Visit our office of the Dean of Students Affairs for enquiries. Or if you have a complaint, I think that I have told you that there shouldn't be a complaint, isn't it? Yes. My boss says that I should tell you that you are welcome to ATU and have a fruitful stay. And as you are saying, do not forget that the God who brought you here is always there for you. So put your hands in Him, trust in Him, pray to Him, do everything with Him first, and all things shall be added. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Doc. We shall now listen to the representative of the acting registrar. Please, let's welcome him with a round of applause.
So, good evening to you all, and welcome everyone. In fact, my name is Daniel Lavi, as was told, and I'm Deputy Registrar of this institution or university. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the orientation, that's the 2024-2025 academic year. And I pulled this paper because I'm standing in for the registrar, and he has asked that I should read this one to you. And so this evening, as I said, I'm standing in for the registrar, Dr. Mrs. Xavier Beatrice Opon-Mensah, who is on a short leave at the moment. And I read as he has written. I must say that we are extremely happy to have you join us in this community. Today's orientation is designed to help you to get acquainted with our campus, meet your fellow students, and learn about the resources and opportunity available to you. Throughout this program, you attend various sessions that will provide valuable information about academic programs, students' services, and extracurricular activities, and the campus life. I would encourage you to take full advantage of the opportunities presented today. Ask questions, participate in the discussions, and start building connections. This is your chance to get to know your new environment and begin forming friendship with that, and would last for a lifetime on campus here. Always remember that you are not alone on this journey. Our dedicated faculty staff, our dedicated faculty staff and current students are here to support you. Whether you need academic advice, personal support, or just someone to talk to, we are here to support you with the resources available and to assist you. Get involved in campus activities join clubs, and make the most of your time here. Embrace the new chapter with an open mind and a positive attitude. Take risk, explore new interests, and strive to be best version of yourself. Once again, welcome to the Premier Technical University in Ghana, and we are delighted to have you with us, and we look forward to a fantastic year ahead of you. Welcome once again. And so once I have this opportunity or this floor, I want to also introduce my directorate to you and what we do. That I am Director of General Services Directorate and provide support services to students in areas of transport, in areas of security and facilities. So with regards to the transport, we advise that students, if you want to embark on programs, that educational programs, visits, excursions, and what have you, you put it into writing through your head of department. It will go through the dean, go to the registrar, and it will come to the directorate. And you have to do that a week before the program. And it will not be like last minute, let's say a day before that you make a request. We have a head of transport in the name of Mr. Ransford Atta, who will be attending to you. When it comes to that of facilities, we also hire out or rent out facilities to outsiders, but for students, we give it to you free for programs. And so if, as an association, you want to organize a program, it will be given to you, but you also have to do the right thing by putting it into writing through your HOD, go to the dean, registrar, and it will come to our desk, and then we attend to you. There's one particular thing that I want you to pay attention, and it is about the security. As I said, we have security systems here that will protect your life over here. And the head of the security is in the person of Major Retired Harrison Kofi Awarase. Very soon you'll see him, or in course of a program, you'll see him. And there are these security tips that will be pasted around. And I will encourage you to read so that you'll be familiar with some of the things that is said there. And I'll read some of them to you because it's very important to us. I start with one: do not walk alone. At night, always walk in pairs, in groups, to reduce your vulnerability to attacks. 2, avoid walking in the dark areas behind the fence wall at night. And particularly you, the evening program students, you'll be closing late, and you may be tempted to walk alone behind the fence wall. And we're advising you to be careful, don't walk alone. The next thing is to do not engage strangers in a conversation. Direct strangers to the security officers or the security gates or the university front desk. Beware of fake pastors who will be purported to pray with you or prophesy with you. If you're not careful, they will ask you to close your eye, and before you realize, they've taken your phone or your variable item and they'll run away. They may call you and tell you that maybe your family member or blah, blah, a lot of stories, and you believe them before you realize they've taken your variable items away. So do not entrust your variable items in the care of strangers. Always secure your wearable items such as laptops, mobile phones before you sleep, especially those who will be residing in the hostel or the hostels around. In the same way, those in the hostel, always lock your doors. And then after locking the door, give the key to the porters. And don't put it somewhere like you're hiding it. Somebody may be watching you, and at your absence, the person will take the key and then enter your room, and you know what will happen to you. So report all criminal cases to the security post, the main one. We have security officer there, or as I said, the front desk. There will be hotlines provided for you where you can call when you need assistance. And always you'll be given ID card. And then you may want to hang it, fine, but let it be with you, so that when you're in difficulty, they will not mistakenly identify you as a stranger, and then before you call for help, well, you don't know what will happen to you. Don't forget that where the school is located is closer to those weed smokers, the junkies, and what have you. They normally come in here, pretend as if they are students. And when you are learning or studying, they'll be studying with you. You may want to say that, okay, let me go and pass out water or do something before you come. Somebody that you're studying with, the person is no more there. You're taking your valuable item away. Do you know the person? You know the person. In the same way, when you're going to write exams, where you put your bag, you have to be careful. Somebody will come put his or her bag beside yours, pretend as if he's taking his bag, he will take your bag away. And your phones, most of the times, that is where they target. Your phones and your laptops. You have to be very careful with that, so that you'll be able to pass through, and then you not get your valuable items missing. So you're welcome once again, and I wish you all the best on campus.
Thank you very much. So as you can see projected, members of our management here at Accra Technical University. I would not want to go through all of it. As you can see, their position atop their photos and then their names beneath them. So we have the Pro Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, and then the Director of Finance. And then this is our acting Vice Chancellor, Professor Amevi Akakovi. We're hoping that in the course of the program, he will be here to address all of you. Thank you. All right, so we've had the first presentation. So going forward, we're going to be having series of presentations from directors and representatives of various directorates and departments. And so I would entreat all of you to indulge us. It would be brief. I mean, each presentation would be brief so that we can all go back to what we were doing. And so, once again, I crave your indulgence to please comport yourselves and pay rapt attention, because some of these presentations, you're not going to hear them again. And it will be better for you to hear it from the source than from your friends. Okay? All right. So without further ado, I'll now invite representatives from the University Library to give us their presentation. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jonathan Sarah Magbami, and I'm here with my colleague Lauren. My boss, who was supposed to do the presentation, is not available, so I'm here to do the presentation on her behalf. Okay. So the library, I'm sure you all know what the library is. Okay. So traditionally, we know it's a place where there are books you could go and then pick up and study, or a place that provides conducive environment for studying. That's exactly what we do. But in an academic setting, including what I've earlier mentioned, our primary objective is to provide all the information resources you need for your teaching, research, and then learning purposes. We do provide all these resources. We have 5 facilities that we make available for usage. And all these facilities are ably manned by library staff. So we have the School of Applied Science and Engineering Library, which is located behind the administration block. We also have the School of Business and Management Library, which is on this particular building that is being renovated. Then we also have the Hotel, Catering, and Institutional Management Library, which is at the end of this particular block we have, which is quite smaller compared to the first 2 I've mentioned. Then we also have the Electronic Resource Library. Not all of us can afford internet or computer for accessing information, so we have a facility in Abitech, the Abitech Library, the last floor of the block that is being renovated. You can come there and then use the facilities. These are pictures of the facilities we have. So you have Abitech, you have NT Library, you have Electronic Resource. The Research Commons I didn't mention. That is because it is mainly used by lecturers and graduate students. Are there any graduate students among us? I don't think so. Okay, but I'm sure all of us will want to one day do our masters. Oh, don't you have that aspiration? So when you get to that level, then you can now come and share the very conducive environment you have there. Okay. Someone would ask, what are our opening hours? Our library is open, all the facilities are open on weekdays from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And on weekends, it's open from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. During exams period, we know most of you will want to study for longer hours on campus. So often we'll open the library around 7 a.m. and close at 9 p.m. so that for those who want to study for longer hours can have a place to do so. In addition, we have, besides the facility, we also have library resources, and most of these are in electronic formats. We have print resources, that's the books we all know or we all use, but we also have electronic resources. And these electronic resources are stored in databases. When you are on campus, you can access these resources through the university's library website. The link is what has been provided there. Now, when you are also off campus or you are at home and you want to access these articles or electronic resources to use, we have also created a platform that would allow you to access these resources. And I'll show you a picture of the interface later on. But that is the MindLoft. And it provides all the several millions of information or articles, scholarly or peer-reviewed articles you can access. Then we also have ATU cards. The purpose of the ATU, you can access this also on the library website. The purpose of the ATU cards is that before you get to the library, if you have a particular title or material in mind you want to access, we don't want a situation where you leave your hostel or your homes, walk all the way to the library and then ask for that particular book, and then you are told we don't have it. So before you come to the library to borrow a book, you can check what resources of print resources we have at the library. You can type the title of the book. If you know the author, you can include the author, so that you are certain that when I go, I'm going to find this book. And it also gives you where you can find them on the shelf, so that if you are familiar with the shelves, you can walk up to the library itself to pick up the material or the book. We also have past questions, books, past questions, and newspapers. Past question, I think most of you will be interested in. So we, after every exams, we keep copies of past questions. So we have past questions dating very years back. You can come for them. I'm not giving you a guarantee that what the past questions repeat itself, but at least it gives you a trend or an idea of how the questions are set. I hope I'm clear. Okay, we also have, as a library, we also have a YouTube account where we have tutorials uploaded for your usage. So we have videos on how to use SPSS, Microsoft Office, Excel, and many others. All these are put there so that you could go there and engage in self-learning or self-paced learning. And then we have also the institutional repository. This will be very useful to you when you are doing your final project work. Every student's final project work is stored in this particular resource, but it's usually used by final year students. But I just want you to have in mind that there's something in this school, or there's a facility called institutional repository. So this is the interface for the resources that I've mentioned, the ATU space repository, that's the institutional repository. And then we also have the ATU card, that's the interface, and then my loft I made mention of, and then the top right corner is the on-campus database access. We offer several services, and one of them is the anti-plagiarism scan services. And because you are in an academic institution, it is required that when you consult any material for your academic work, you should provide references. And you are expected to read materials and then imbibe what you read into your own words and present for assignment. In other words, don't engage too much in copy and paste. That's what I'm trying to say. And there's a software that can detect the source you took the information from, or you copied and pasted the information from. It will highlight it in red. For your project work, for example, you are expected that at least about 40% of your work, it's okay that maybe probably you would have copied and pasted or something similar to that. And this is supposed, and the purpose of the scanning this, maybe you're given an assignment and you are required to ensure that your plagiarism is low, not beyond 40. You could bring it to the library and we can do that check for you. Additionally, we also run webinars and workshops and tech events as well. So when we find any topic at all we think is relevant to students, or you could even approach the library and then suggest a topic, then we'll find a resource person or a panel to discuss that particular topic and delve deeper into it for the purpose of our learning. Also, for tech events, we sometimes invite Microsoft, Google to come and run programs that we deem very helpful for students. So our library operation goes beyond just providing just books. We also deal with issues like that. Like you all know, every library offers lending or referral service. If you need any material and we have it, you could come and then borrow it. Also, when you are searching for information for a particular assignment and you're having difficulties, the library is also there to assist you access these articles in order to download. So these are many the services that the library renders. And these are our Facebook handles. So on Facebook we have ATU Library. You could join our page. We have about 1,700 plus members. Our YouTube handle is also at ATU Library, and the Instagram is also at ATU Library. And we also have a TikTok account as well as a Twitter account. Okay. So these are the interfaces of the social media handles that the library manages. Okay. In order to be very brief, I'll end my presentation here. Thank you very much for your audience.
Okay, so now that we know where we are to go and study and all the resources that we need for our study. Sometimes it can be very stressful, with all the learning over here, and the tendency to want to give up, is likely. And so we have a directorate here responsible for keeping both staff and students sane. So that is the Guidance and Counseling Directorate. And so we have the director here with us, Dr. Evelyn Bentel, to also give us her presentation. Please, a round of applause for her.
Good evening, everybody. I trust we are all doing well. The presentation is on guidance and counseling, as he has already mentioned. We provide brief counseling as well as long-term counseling. We also do individual counseling. For the individual counseling, that's when we see the individual, the client alone, one-on-one. And then the group counseling, we identify students with similar issues or problems. We identify students with similar issues and then we group them and counsel them together. What are some of the problems they bring to us for counseling? It has to do with adjustment problems, anxiety, depression, when they have academic problems, and also intimidation or harassment. Usually, we assure our clients of confidentiality. We don't go about discussing their problems. But then sometimes some stakeholders come in and they want to know why a particular student has been coming to us for counseling. When that happens, it doesn't happen often, but once in a while it happens. When that happens, we contact the client to find out whether we can disclose the information or not. But then the client has the willpower to tell us what we can disclose and what we should hold on. But there's an exception to this rule. When the person during the interaction is clear that he or she is in danger of self-harm or harm to others, then we are duty-bound to report to the authorities and warn those who are at risk, just to save life and property. Some students come with problems that we cannot handle at the directorate. When that happens, we refer them to other departments. When that happens, we refer them to other departments on or off campus so that they'll have their conditions managed properly. We usually arrange for the initial meeting between the client and where the person is going for services. We do the arrangement, so there is no fears. We organize training workshops around suicide prevention, around how to study effectively, time management, stress management, online dating, and also campus life and beyond. For campus life and beyond, we teach online dating, yes. So you get to know the dangers involved in it. It's an interesting topic. You wouldn't want to miss it. And then you also do campus life and beyond. We teach students some skills and we give them information so that they'll be better adjusted to campus life. And then they can also use the information once they are outside campus, when they exit and they are in the world of work or they want to further their education. Assessments. We do conduct assessments. That's when we give a set of inventories or an inventory to the client to complete, just for us to know what exactly is wrong with the client and also to tell us whether there are some hidden issues. And then sometimes we conduct the assessment before we start the counseling. And then when we complete the counseling we conduct the assessment just to have a before-after figures or data to compare to see whether the client is progressing or not. It's like when you go to the hospital and you're asked to go to the lab, just for the doctor to know what is wrong with you. We also conduct assessments, paper and pen assessments, to know what is wrong with our clients. We have other activities that we conduct, and these include research. This year, the theme is on suicide. So if you monitor your roommate or your classmates, and you observe that he or she is always talking about vanishing from the world into a place filled with milk and honey, you know it's not possible. The person is suicidal. So you can come and tell us. You have a way of reaching out to them to help them so that they will remain here with us and we all enjoy together. In collaboration with the computer science department, we are developing a software for counseling. These days, everything is a little bit of face-to-face and a little bit of online. So during vacation, you can have access to counseling services through the online or the e-counseling app. So when we launch it, please make use of it. We are the stores complex behind the fashion department, room 115. I welcome you all to ATU. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bensel. So one thing that we're particular about here at ATU is hands-on training. And so you do some class work or lecture room work, and then you are taking to the field to translate whatever it is that you've learned, in class at the workplace. And so there is a directorate that is responsible for placing students in various industries to ensure that it's not just about brain development, but then also hands development. That is the directorate or the liaison directorate, and we have a rep from that directorate to tell us what they do. And so, with a round of applause, kindly help me welcome Mr. Philip Agalisi.
Good evening, students and colleagues. I stand on existing protocols from the high table to do this presentation on behalf of my director, who had wished to be here but couldn't. And so I would attempt to do what he would have done if he had come in person. And so I add my voice to welcoming you, as others have said already, and to inform you that this is the best place and the best technical university you have chosen, and it is the good time that you have gotten to be here. And so I add my voice in welcoming you to this great technical university. And so just as the moderator told you, you're learning here for whatever long, 3 years, 4 years, a year or and a half, you can never do without this directorate coming into your life. You won't be writing exam throughout. At a point in time, you would be placed in industry so that you translate that which you have learned in your lecture halls into practice. In other words, they will expose you to, say, if you are a mechanical student, mechanical lord will place an engine and ask you to do certain things. If you are electrical student, ECG will pick you and just place you on the field and ask you to do other things with your hands now. And so that's what this directorate does in the course of your presence here. And so we want to get to know the source of this power, why this aspect of education as you are here. As you can see, the Technical University Act 922 of 2016 had mandated all technical universities to ensure that their students are provided with technical skills, in other words, hands-on, for the time period they will be here. And that is to ensure that they are provided with skill development training, as I said earlier on. You have been taught in the lecture hall. You have been lecturing in the lecture hall, perhaps with illustrations. Now you carry those illustrations to the field. You have done a trial balance. You are now at Controller and Accountant General. That big book is placed before you called ledger. It is for you now to bring your knowledge from the classroom and display it there so that you are assessed by two supervisors whom we call the industry-based supervisor and that of the school-based supervisor. In this instance, it's the industry-based supervisor that matters because that's the person you are going to work directly under for the supervision to be carried out. And that is what the Technical Universities Act is directing us to do for you whilst you are here, so that you will not end up living here as theoretical graduate, but theoretical plus practical knowledge. What are the objectives? What do we intend to achieve? Or as we place you in industry, what is it that you have to look out for to get, right? So you don't just go there for going sake just because your uncle is there, your auntie is there, your friend is there. You are going there with an objective, and one of that is to afford you the opportunity to test your theoretical knowledge learned at the end of your long-term semester, right? So having been taught for, say, X number of months, what are you able to exhibit, right? And that is what this exercise aims at giving to you. And then we're saying that it also will put you into practice the knowledge and skills, as I cited with the trial balance, or the engine and mechanical Lloyd, or the pole or whatever, the cable with ECG. That's what you are supposed to do after your lecture has ended, or your lecture has led you through those teachings. So it's for you now to put that into practice, and that is one of the objectives of your practical attachment. What are the methods? What are the methods? And so, as I mentioned earlier on, during your stay here, we do this exercise, or this exercise is carried out every long vacation period for at least 4 weeks, and that is a month or more, right? You cannot do it less than a month unless it's otherwise, and so we'll get there. So we at the Industrial Liaison Directorate ensure that at the end of your long vacation, whilst you are going home, it is not business as usual. You cannot stay home for that long time period, but you'll be placed in industry where you put your knowledge that you have learned into practice. And so we facilitate that in assuring that you are well placed in industry and to do that. And then what do? We have what we call industrial visit. This is to ensure that once you are with, say, Mechanical Lloyd, you are with ECG, you are with Toyota Ghana, you are with MTN, Kolibu Teaching Hospital, Alisa Hotel, it is our duty through your faculty members to ensure that you are truly over there. And so we visit. That is one. Or we visit before you go to tell them that student AYZ of this background would be coming for his or her attachment. And so we'll be doing this whilst you are there. This is to enable you to know how theories are put into practice. We don't want to take you there as I cited because your uncle is there. You go and you are roaming about buying fried granite and all those things. We want to come round and make sure that if you are a science student, you are at the lab. If you are an electrical student, you are with the appropriate unit. If you are accounting student, you are with the appropriate unit or department. If you are ACIM student, you are at the right place. So that when the school-based supervisor comes, he or she is able to recommend you based on what he or she has seen you doing. But if you go and you are running about buying fried yam, then you'll be in trouble. So take note of that, please. All right, so we have the models. We have what we call regular, and we have what also we call virtual intensive program, acronym VIP. This is not very important, people. Or the VIP bus is in a different context. And so you want to find out what the regular attachment is. Ideally, you are supposed to all be put out there, placed at the organization's environment. But looking at your numbers, it has become a challenge. And so the regular has to do with you going. For instance, you are ACM student, then you go to Accra City Hotel. You are there in person, okay? And then you are, say, electrical student or procurement student. You are with PPA as a procurement student. You are marketing student. You are with the Chartered Institute of Marketing. You are doing communication. You are with GBC. And so we're looking at this as regular. You are directly at the company or the organization, right? And it's where your practical teachings are given you. But it came a time we realized that it is not all of you who can get the opportunity to be attached directly, okay, or traditional to these organizations. And mind you, I quoted the 922, which says attachment or internship is compulsory for your time here. And so in order that the university ensures that you don't owe us, because when you owe us, you won't graduate. In other words, if you miss one leg of this attachment, which will be 2, you won't graduate. Why? Because each one will give you 2 credit hours. It's just like you are being taught in accounting, say research methodology. If it's 3 hours and you fail, you won't graduate because you are sorting your credit hours by that number, right? So the same thing here. And so in order that you are able to graduate, then we came in with a VIP. And what does that also mean? What it means is if you are at Lisa Hotel and you are thinking is, I wish I go there. But we went there and they are telling us they only can accept 20 and we have about 30 of you. How will the 10 remaining or the 20 remaining get the access to get to practice at Alisa Hotel, right? And so the VIP is to ensure that fine. Alisa Management, we have 30 students who had hopes to do the attachment with you, but because of your limited space, you are not able to absorb the 30. You only can take 10. So we are coming to invite you here to Accra Technical University campus. So they will come and you say this auditorium and set up Alisa Hotel. Do you get a picture? So they set up Alisa Hotel here, and then they'll have their accommodation, they'll have their store, they'll have their accounts, they'll have, you name it if you are ACM student, okay? And then they'll now take you through the processes as if you were with them at Alisa Hotel. And that is the VIP. Mind you, all of this is to grant you the opportunity to meet the requirements of your program, so that at the end of the day, you will not lack that 2 credit hours. And then the additional information for the VIP is that at the end of that exercise, you, those who do that, you'll be given certificates. And so you got to be thinking of which of the modules you want to take part. You either can divide it that your year 1, you do perhaps regular, and then your year 2, you do the VIP. That would be a method for you to, but these are the differences. And the reason is to ensure that you don't lack in your 2 hours provision. Who are the groups or the people we are looking out for to giving this exercise or to ensure they meet the requirement through this? And so as you can see, if you are doing 4-year, you are part. If you are doing bachelor top-up, you are part. HND level 100 and 200, you are part. CBT, you are part. Non-tertiary programs, they are also part. And so leave the last one. It's just for you to be informed as to how lengthy this exercise is. And so you want to ask why level 100 and 200 and not 300. Not 300 because when you get to 300, you are moving to the national level to do national service, and which will be on top of this, okay? And so your level 100 second semester, which is the long vacation, is when you go for your attachment. Level 200, same period, second vacation, is when you go for your attachment. So these are the target groups we have in mind in carrying out this exercise. Where are we located? So as the director of counseling told you, we are also on the same block with her. So those of you who bought your admission forms here on campus, you know Access Bank. How many of us know Access Bank? Correct. And so you can help your friend. In other words, when you leave this entrance, you go this way, we have another gate here. Leave the gate, go this way, first, second building, and then the third building, right? And so that is where we are. So you see Access Bank, ground floor, and then this office is found on the first floor. We occupy rooms 106 to 110. Those are our rooms, first floor, behind the fashion block, on top of the Access Bank. Also, we are here from Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 and beyond because of the evening session. So take note of that. Before I say thank you, you only can read the thank you. All that I'm saying, this is what will allow you to go to industry. We'll call it logbook. And so we'll further engage you at your faculty levels so that we explain the content of this book and how you are supposed to handle it, where and with whom. I mentioned that at the end of your exercise, you have two main persons. We call them key supervisors. The industry base, whom I said the one you work under at the industry. And then the one who come from here, that we call the school base, who also come to ensure that you are not running around buying yogurt and all of that, and that you are seated working. Then that person too will make remarks on you. At the end of it, you write a report, and that the steps for writing the report is also contained here. So that at the end of it, we'll take this, your book and your report, assess them, score you, and see whether you get an A, B+, and all of that. And so thank you for coming, and we are grateful. We are very certain that you enjoy your being here. One thing my boss asked me to add is there's no receipt in attachment. In other words, you don't have to fail. Because when you fail whilst in level 100, right, second semester, you have to move to level 200 to be able to take that failed paper in its normal context. But this one, while you move there, the second semester of level 200, you are doing the next requirement. How will you do receipt? In other words, if you were at ECG, are you going there to do what? And so it is very difficult exercise. So when the time comes and we put information across, please do well to participate and ask the questions you don't understand. Will help you. And then you can go through this once off, and you are done. Because when you fail, at the end of the day, you should have 4 credit hours. And out of the 4, if you default 2 credit hours, you can't graduate. I keep on assuring you that if you mess up, you cannot graduate because of this. So once you are here, don't listen to colleagues. That's why we're giving you the direction of the office. Come to us and get very straight and reliable information for your own good. God bless you, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Philip. And so the next presentation is very, very important. I mean, just like the others. And it has caused students to rephrase the Accra in Accra Technical University to I cry. Yes, the primary reason why you're here is to study. And the only way we can be sure that whatever it is that you've been taught has entered well is through assessment, and that is exams. Okay, and so with the next presentation, we have the university exams officer here with us to take you through the requirements for exams. And unlike the previous presentation with this, I'm sure there will be opportunity for receipts. That is if you fail anyway. Yes, so please help me welcome the university exams officer in the person of Dr. Francis Jedu. Please, a round of applause for him.
I wish to stand on the existing protocols and do my presentation. The University Examinations Office, what we do is to organize end of semester examinations at the end of the semester. We do so by ensuring that students have registered for their courses. If you don't register for your semester, it means you are not a student. In the university, you are a student for a semester. And your studentship starts when you have registered for the courses. So I want to believe that now everybody has paid his fees. At least you've paid about 60% of your fees, you'll be able to register. Once you register, it means we can recognize you as a student of this university. Then you qualify to write the end of semester examinations. The next thing is that once you qualify to write the end of semester examinations, we prepare the timetable for the examinations. And the timetable, we paste it a month to the start of the examinations, and then you are allowed to check on the timetable or the notice board when and where you'll be writing your paper. Once you know that, you identify something called seat number. Once you register, we generate seat number for you. Here, when you're writing exams, we sit, we don't stand. So we need to provide you with seat number so that you can sit. If you don't register, you will never have seat number, and you will never know where you are supposed to write your examinations. And that is why we provided seat numbers. Now, when the timetable is pasted, if you have any questions regarding omissions, regarding clashes, you alert your program coordinator. Every department has a program coordinator. They are the first point of call. I am not seen, I am not heard. So all your problems are channeled to them, and they will come to me, will sit down, and they will deal with them. The problem we have discovered with students mostly is that one lazy student will go and copy the timetable wrongly and put it on your platform, and everybody will copy it wrongly. And when the day comes for you to write the exam, you say, I didn't get the right timetable. Here, you have to be responsible yourself and check where you'll be writing your exams. A little bit of interpretation of how the timetable is prepared. The timetable will indicate the hall you'll be writing your exams. The timetable will indicate the faculty within which you find yourself. The timetable will indicate the seats where you are supposed to sit. So as soon as you go there, check first of all, where is my faculty? If you are in the faculty of business, faculty of applied sciences, faculty of engineering, those are the areas you'll find your courses, depending the environment or department where you come from. Then you will know where you are supposed to sit and write your exams. As far as university examination is concerned, in case in the course of the examination you were sick, some of you intentionally get pregnant when you are going to write exams. We will still give you the opportunity, if you are going to give birth, allow yourself and give birth. We will give you the opportunity to write at first sitting when you are done. Some of you also come to the examination room by just seeing the first question, you collapse, we will raise you. You collapse, we will raise you. But if you collapse the third time, we'll take you to the clinic. And then when you get better, we'll give you the opportunity to write at first sitting. And you write this one during the rest sits. You will not pay for anything. What you do is that you take a letter from the hospital where you went for treatment. Some people, when they are coming to write exams, they had accidents. So you bring your reports. Somebody will say, my sickness is of a spiritual sickness. You bring a spiritual report. So anything that concerns your sickness, we will need a report. And then you write a letter together with a report to your HOD. Then the HOD will forward the letter to the Director of Academic Affairs. And then the examinations will be copied, and you will also be copied. We'll make a timetable, we'll put your name there, and then we'll call you and tell you where and when you'll be writing your exams for free. It's not scrolling. Okay. Mm-hmm. So we have continuous assessment, that is 40% of the entire examination. And then the end of semester is 60%. So you'll be doing a number of quizzes by your lecturers. And then at the end of it all, you write 60% as well. Then you have 100%. Now, when you put the 40% and 60% together, and you're unable to hit 50%, that is where you are supposed to write receipts. So receipt, this is what happens. You pay for receipts, and it's still 80 Ghana cedis per paper. So if by the following of the wishes from your family, we're able to have about 4 receipts, that'll be 80 times 4. And that's what you will pay to write. And I'm telling you, writing receipts is not a funny thing. It's very confusing. It's very difficult. Sometimes you can write 2 papers at sitting. And that is why you must do well to avoid receipts and learn straight from the start. So if you want to hit more than 50%, then there's no need for you to write any receipts. One thing I don't like talking about is examination or practice. I want to believe that those of you who went to secondary school, is there anybody who went to secondary school here? Okay, so there are some of you who went to secondary school, and some of you passed examinations, and you are even surprised the way you passed and how you passed. So here, examination or practice are taken seriously. There are some people who go to examination who in foreign material, they write it at various parts of their bodies. When you are caught, last semester we caught about 85 people. We are going to sack all of them. We have been sacking students for examination or practice. And what is so disgusting is that when we are sacking you, we print your picture, then we paste it on the notice board. If you have a boyfriend here, girlfriend here, you see your picture on the notice board. It's so disgraceful. So what they are trying to tell people is that do not involve yourself in examination or practice. When you are preparing them or practice to come and write, you feel very confident. I have done it for years. Nobody can catch me. There was a guy who had done it for 3 years. The last paper accountancy, he had told everybody he will never be caught. I caught him. He went home. We will catch you because we have also prepared how to catch serious thieves. So there are certain rules, and I want to read some of the rules to you. If you have possession of foreign material, we either sack you when you are copying from it, or we eradicate you for 1 year. You leave the university community for 1 year. It means that you will not graduate with your mates. Copying from foreign material, that is punishable by withdrawal. Possession of ID cards, you'll be expelled from the examination room. So we'll ensure that we give each one of you your ID cards before you start the examinations. Communication within the examination environment, you are not supposed to do that. There are some people who want to talk about something, ask some few questions. The environment for the examination is not a platform for Christian living. It's a serious platform for business. So don't go there and talk to each other because you are writing exams. There are some people, they think they come from affluent environments. The way they are treated at home, they want to be treated the same way in the examination room, and be shouting on invigilators, thinking that they are small boys and they are small girls. You'll be surprised. You will sweat. So please, you need to be very respectful when you are writing examinations. Being rude to an invigilator. There are some people who are extremely rude. They bang doors on invigilators, they push invigilators, they do a whole lot of things. My friend, will reduce your mature level. So this is a very serious environment, and these things are never tolerated. Refusing to be searched by an invigilator. We search at the entrance, and in the course of the examination too, we search. The ladies are searched by ladies, and men are searched by men. I think you know the reason. There are certain reasons we will not accept for being absent from any paper. Misreading the timetable. If you misread the timetable, I'm sorry, I thought we had accounting principles. I didn't know it was critical thinking. That one is not our, you will fail. Forgetting the date or time of examination is no excuse. Inability to locate the examination hall. So now you have to learn where the examination halls are. They will talk to you about the 5 centers, and they will mention all the various places to you when you go to your various departments. Inability to rouse myself from sleep in time for the examination. Those of you who sleep after 12 a.m., you go to Vigil City and then Wiggles. You go and enjoy yourself. You come home and then you're able to wake up the following day. Failure to find transport, it's not our problem. So I've spoken about conditioning for rewriting the end of semester in case medical condition. Those police people and military people who go on peacekeeping and national assignments, you are free. So when you want to go on national assignment on anything, you just write a letter through your HOD to the Director of Academic Affairs. We are copied and it will keep you in safe so that when you come back, we can organize the examinations for you. It is only Accra Technical University that can provide you with such an opportunity. Now, I think I've spoken about the rest sets. The rest set is still 80 Ghana cedis. There's something called CGPA. Here, you do cumulative assessment. So whatever you write in the first semester, you are done. You may not meet that paper again. Unlike the secondary school, it is called science. If you are writing like accounting, you do accounting from 1, accounting from 2, accounting from 3, and go and write one paper. Here, first semester, when you are done, you are done. Second time, you write different courses. Second year, different courses. And all the grades that you get, they are put together, they are accumulated. And that's where you get whether it's 4.0, 3.0, or 2.0. So the grade point that you get will determine your first class, your second upper, your second lower, or your pass. And I want to believe that majority of you are to go home with first class or second upper. If no, you don't just say amen. You work towards the amen. Okay, so that is really about that. So all that I want to say is that we are so much happy you are here, and then we are going to work with you. But in case you have any difficulty, any problem, please do well to contact your HOD or your program coordinator. Anything concerning examination, contact your program coordinator. If he has any problem, he will contact the examinations office, and then we'll try to solve them. It is only the examination department that we do not show our office. So I will not tell you where our office is. Thank you. I'm done.
A word to the wise. Oh, a word to the wise. All of a sudden, you can't find your voices again. So now you guess why the Accra has been replaced with I Cry. Uh-huh. All right, so we do not wish any of you to fall ill or sick in the course of your study here at Accra Technical University. However, in the case of such incidents, we have a place here to take care of you. That is the university clinic. And we have the Deputy Chief Nursing Officer here with us in the person of Mrs. Nelly Arthur. We all call her Auntie Nelly. Please let's welcome her with a round of applause.
Good evening to you all, and welcome to Accra Technical University. Okay. I'm Mrs. Ajiman, and I like you to call me Auntie Nelly. When you call me Auntie Nelly, I know where you are coming from. If you call me Mrs. Ajiman, I know where you are coming from. Auntie Nelly, it means there is trouble. I have to follow up on you because I handle children and students like your child, you know? So immediately you pick a phone and call Auntie Nelly, then I know there is trouble. I don't put off my phone. I'm Deputy Chief of Nursing Officer, specialized in public health. That is why I said you are all my clients. So you call me Auntie Nelly. I'm for the part-time student. So I work in the evening with another colleague, a junior colleague. And look at where I'm standing. Because I don't want you to get lost, in looking for the clinic. Anytime you want to come to the clinic and you can't find your way, come back and stand here. That's where I'm standing. The curtains are been drawn. Straight ahead of you, there is a bungalow there. Behind this, the last story building and the plants is the clinic. I have a reason of standing here to tell you or show you where the clinic is. This is where my hand is. I have a reason for saying that. We had an incident where a student came, the very day the student appeared on campus, the student collapsed. And it was a student who was on campus who picked her up and brought her to the clinic. And it ended up with an operation. So be very serious with what I'm saying. This is the clinic, the last story building, adjacent to the plant. There is a bungalow there. That is the clinic. We have a nice OPD. That is why Baumia said we should do digital. Okay. I would have loved Baumia to stay. Okay, that's just by the way. So our working hours is 8:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. I said I'm the part-time nurse. Morning nurses are there. They will close, I take up from there and we'll close at 9 o'clock. Digital will not help me. Let me go. School by installments. I'm clicking on it and it's not helping me. Okay, that's the reception area, and we are licensed by HEFRA. And we have a nice OPD. We are just showing you the pictures of the area so that you will love to be there. Consulting room. I will tell you why you will be there. That's the laboratory. We have the pharmacy and detention ward. We detain you, we don't admit you. So with time, you'll be leaving for the hospital if your condition still do not go off or you don't get better. So what we do is we take care of you. In case 8:30 to 9 p.m., you still decide to fall sick, that will be what? An emergency. You call us. We have numbers on the door. So you follow the numbers and call us. The clinic is for the students, staff, and their dependents. I said staff and their dependents. I didn't say students and their dependents. Don't come to the clinic and tell us that a friend is sick, I'm picking medication for him. Out. Carry the patient to us for us to do assessments and take care of the clients. We give comprehensive care, very comprehensive care. We manage emergency cases, ensure adequate referral system. So if I'm referring you to the hospital and you come around 9 o'clock, when will I go and meet my boyfriend? And your emergency is always cough and cold. Is cough and cold an emergency? Apart from COVID. And COVID is no more. So when you are sick, come early. Don't tell me that I'm sick. I needed to go and write my exams before coming to the clinic so that you come and meet me at 9 o'clock. It's not an emergency. If it's an emergency, you come to us first before going to write your exams. There is a particular thing I want to talk about, needs to observe. It's very important. So let me scroll and, okay. Infection prevention protocols. You are many and crowded. So anytime you're having infection, cold and cough spread widely. So you make sure that you use your handkerchief or tissues and wear your mask and do what again? Washing of hands frequently so that you don't carry infections around. Then, ensure safe sex. Did you hear me? You didn't. Ensure, read it for me. Safe sex. How are you going to ensure safe sex? You use your condom. One thing I want to tell you that I told you that I'm specialized in public health. And we have realized that HIV is going up seriously. It's something you can't just talk about it. I can't tell you I have HIV, but I can tell you that I have stomach pains. It is between we, the nurses or the staff, and the client or patient. Some is, I wouldn't say they had it through unsafe or unprotected sex. So will you also do that? No. It's no fault of theirs. It's no fault of theirs. But once you've heard about it, you do what? Accra police, though, they love themselves so much that when one person gets sick and we put the patient at the clinic, you get 10 visitors, 20 students. I love that. They help you to manage your students. But this morning I sang a song for them, the nursery song. Oh, somebody, tell him that you love him and praise the Lord. Oh, somebody, tell him that you love him. And mine is, hold somebody, tell him that you love him. Do away and praise the Lord. So when you get closer to each other, you are the stage that you explore. You are the stage that you want to know what is there. We are counselors. If you do counseling and you tell a child that don't open this box, the child will go and open it. So it's better you try to open it and then let the child see what is it and discuss it. It's not good for you to touch it. I quite remember my daughter when she was growing up. I was trying to educate her, sex education, and I called vagina. Hey, this girl was dancing everywhere. Vagina, vagina, vagina. Hey, visitors around, there, vagina. You come and she will just come and kneel closer to you. Vagina. So I had to call her back. Let's sit down. There's something we need to discuss. This word, we don't play with it. That is why God made you wear panty. You wear your panty, you wear your underwear, you wear your dress and cover it. It is only things that we don't mention the name that you don't see. Please, HIV is in the increase. Seriously, do well to have protected sex. And when you happen to have it, you try it cautiously. because it's an opportunistic disease. When I say opportunistic disease, HIV loves a lot. Other conditions will just come in. And one beautiful condition that HIV moves perfectly with is TB, another trouble condition. Please take care of yourself. If you are not taking your ARVs, I'm at the clinic, contact me. If you have any other condition, diabetes, hypertension, asthma, whatever, please just visit the clinic and let us have knowledge about it. I'm an asthmatic, so when I run out and something is happening, I rush in, quickly somebody will go and bring the machine to come and stabilize me. If we know, we handle you better, because sometimes they rush you in and you cannot even talk to let us understand what is happening. Don't come to the clinic late. I'm the late officer, and when you come late and it's not emergency, should I sack you? No, you've said it, so no means don't come because I will sack you. Thank you very much, and you are welcome.
Thank you very much, Santinelli. We're inching close to the end of the program. You have your representatives here as a student's body, that is the SRC. But then before they come, I would like to deliver a presentation on the Directorate of Public Affairs. That is where I am from. And like I mentioned earlier, my name is Arno Manasseh Sugarthan, and I am wearing the shoes of the director, Madame Foster Killian Ghana. She's the Director of Public Affairs, and so kindly indulge me. All right, so the Directors of Public Affairs, we are mandated to engage the public and establish very mutual relationships with our stakeholders, of which you are a part. You are our primary stakeholder, and other stakeholders like our regulators, etc. We are located on the administration block, rooms 209 and 211. And we're made up of staff with different backgrounds. So we have journalism, public relations, and then graphic communications, what some of you refer to as graphic design. So every publicity material, be it newsletters, brochures, banners, etc., it comes from the Public Affairs Directorate. So we engage in organizing official university events like matriculation, which you'll be going through very soon, graduation, or what we call congregation, and other university activities. We also engage in media relations too. So any news that you see in the media, we initiate, positive ones. We initiate those. We also engage in alumni relations. So once you're done with your study here at Accra Technical University, we don't just leave you. We stay in touch with you and ensure that we're always communicating. We also engage in postal services. So if you write a letter or you're expecting a letter, you address it appropriately. So your name, the address, your department, and any other specific information that would make it easier for us to deliver a letter to you when we go for them. Other functions we perform are on the projected material. Now, there are some things that we don't do at the Public Affairs Directorate, and these are observations we have made over the years. So we have students come to us for all sorts of services that we do not provide. Now, these are some of them. Your iCampus password resets, we do not do that. Again, email verification and resets, we do not do that. And then your timetables, we do not provide that. So please, for all of these, please contact your respective departments for them. So please do not come to our office for the provision of any of these services. Now, these are some of the things that we expect of you as students of Accra Technical University. You carry the brand of ATU, and we're 75 years. The school was there before you were born, and so it's very dear to the heart of especially management, and so we're not going to allow anybody to desecrate our hard-earned reputation. And so in your utterances, in your actions, whether online or offline, we expect that you are decorous, okay? Because, I mean, how many of you were forced to come here? None of you. All right. So we expect that, especially online, you'd have students say all manner of things about the very university that has provided you with the certificates that you'll be using for work or for further studies. I mean, there is no point in that. If you were not proud, I'm sure you would have gone elsewhere, okay? Because once you engage in any activity that goes contrary to the policies of the university, it affects us. And I do not want to have sleepless nights writing press releases because of your inactions or, negative attitude. Because there was an incident just behind the Tudu Gate. Two ladies were fighting over a guy, and yes, and I mean, we didn't even know whether they were students or not, but once they were doing that, even that was behind the university wall, but the name of the university was dragged in. And I mean, answering questions that you are not ready for and all of that. So please, we beg of you to comport yourselves. 4 years, 3 years, I mean, it's going to come right now. Don't worry. So please, let's all live peaceable here and we will all be fine. I am sure before coming here, you got information from all sorts of people and all sorts of places. Some, I am sure, were wrong. Now, these are the approved channels of information here at Accra Technical University. So the notice boards you see around here, we don't ring bells. Yes, and there are no sirens here to be wailing for assembly. So you need to be reading and reading a lot. So you have to be checking your platforms and then the notice boards for official information, okay? So behind me, you can see the various channels. So we have the notice boards and then our social media platforms from where you can get all the information that you are looking for. And please, in engaging with us, if you have any concerns, you can send an inbox message and we'll respond to you, okay? There is no point in being vulgar or inconsiderate in your comments in the comment section. Please, is that okay? All right, so if you have any concerns, if you have maybe you have an event, you want to hang a banner, you want to pay some stickers, you don't just get up and do it. You come and see us, and then we will give you allocation, and then you do that. Is that okay? All right, so that will be it for the Directorate of Public Affairs. Thank you. All right, so like I said, we have the Students Representative Council here. They are your reps, and so I would invite them to come introduce themselves to you, and if there are any other things they would want to tell you, they will do that. I think when they are done, we are done. Okay, so please help me welcome the SRC.
Good evening. All right, thank you very much. My name is Kwesen Samuel Samuel. I am the SRC Vice President. Hello. Hello. Okay, I think I'll take it one by one. My name is Kwesen Samuel Samuel, and I'm the ATU SRC Vice President. I think you have issue with the name, right? All right. It is Kwesen Samuel Samuel. All right. Thank you. So, as I said, I am the ATU SRC Vice President. I stand here on behalf of the ATU SRC President, who is currently attending to an emergency and couldn't be here at the moment. I have with me the various SRC executives, and together we want to welcome all of you to ATU. You are part of the SRC, and we will always be willing to work with you. Cooperate with us, and let's have a good administration. But then before I leave, each and every one of them will introduce themselves, and we leave the platform for the part-timers rep, who will also give you some of the tips for the part-time. Thank you.
All right, my name is Julius Fifi Obo. I am the SRC General Secretary.
Good evening to you all. So please, I'm in the person of Mrs. Elizabeth Nimo Dankwa, your SRC Deputy General Secretary.
Okay, good evening once again. I am in the person of Paul Owusu Auku, the SRC PRO.
Good evening to you all. I'm in the person of Fortune Abigail, popularly known as Fafa, and I'm your SRC part-time representative. So, in a nutshell, it means I'm representing you on the SRC board. So any problem, any concerns, whatsoever your problem may be, kindly reach out to me. Very soon, you'll be seeing flyers around with Know Your Executives where we have our contacts. You can reach out to me or any of the executives. Any problem at all you have, feel free to reach out. If you text and probably the person is not online, kindly call. And please, if you text, don't say hi and wait for the person to come and reply. Then you say good evening, then the person to say good evening. Before you come and say how are you and the rest, please. When you just come, just say hello, good evening, please. My name is this, I want this. So that when the person is even busy and the person sees the message, the person can attend to you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So that is not the total number of the SRC representatives that we have. As I said, the president, his name is Abdullah Razak. We also have the SRC Junut Ambassador, who represents ATU at the National Technical University level. His name is Prince Akar Kutin. And then we also have the SRC Women's Commissioner in the person of Federal Usu Yeboah. And we also have, yes, the money, the SRC Finance Officer, Abdul Gafar Marwan. And we have the welfare officer, who is David Ni Abe. We have each of these officers because they all perform their specific responsibilities in order for us to run a smooth administration. Currently, most of them are not here because of the timing and other responsibilities they are supposed to attend to. You know, students need hostels and staffs and they need to see to them. That is why some of us has to be here to represent them. Once again, we welcome all of you to ATU. We will be having a lot of programs. And please, I'll be wishing that SRC programs, part-timers, try your possible best to involve yourself. You are all part of ATU SRC, and we will be expecting each and every one of you. Most of our programs are being organized in the evening, which makes it because of you. And we'll be expecting that you'll be coming. The Aquaba Week is in February, and it is coming. We'll be expecting most of you coming to grace all the artist nights, the Mr. and Mrs. Aquaba, a lot of programs. And we'll be expecting all of you to come so that you come and grace the occasion with your presence. And all of us here, we stay at the ATU SRC complex, just behind this block. And if you need anything concerning SRC, if you call in and testing and they are saying you can't reach them, kindly move to the last floor. That is where the SRC executives are actually residing. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. And I would like to thank all of you for your time. I'm actually impressed with your indulgence and how you have engaged us. We are done. But then before we leave, we'll take the closing remarks from the Vice Dean of Student Affairs.
All right. Please, good evening to you all again. All right. Very soon, we've come to an end of our orientation. I think in the morning, VC was here. And when he came in, he gave us a few things that we should observe. His first address was to inform you that our core, we said that in terms of ATU, when you talk about our core values, we have 3 words that you should know. The first one talk about integrity. When we say integrity, we say doing the right thing before no eye looking at you. It means even at your corner, you do the right thing. The integrity here that I like about it, at your level you are grown, please. Our environment is not as big as you see it, so do your best not to dirty the environment if you will not even make it clean. So when you eat, I beg you, find a place to put it. Look at the dustbin, look for it, search for. You go somewhere, you see the place is very neat. They're all human beings as us. So I beg you, do well. When you go to the washroom, make the washroom very well. When you go and the place is dirty, you yourself, you wouldn't wish to even be there. But why do you want the place to be dirty for somebody to also be there? So integrity is doing something good when no one watches you. The next we have over there is creativity. We say being creative means that you do something new. You don't copy and you copy hook, line, and sinker. Some of you can even copy and copy your friends' names, and it's bad. So when you are copying, let's be skillful in terms of your copying. You can copy, but copy nicely. Yes, because you know now there's AI, and AI is there for you to work with it. But some of you, the AI will even expose you. You can copy and forgotten that even lines that AI brings, you add it to it. And that one alone will let them know that you have copied. So when you are copying, copy, but add skill to it, which becomes so creative. It means you are bringing something new. The next one is excellence. We all want to reach a far level. Excellence means that doing exceptionally good. What will you do to show that you are doing exceptionally good? One aspect of being able to copy and copy well. So that all of you wouldn't write the same thing. The teacher will start reading and will see that as for this work, it's so beautiful that AI should is the one that was able to generate it. Then your teacher will call you. Madam, were you the one who did this? Yes. Could you be able to explain it to me? I forgot to know. So you see, you expose yourself. I beg you. He went far advanced by saying that all of us should be disciplined. In terms of discipline, the core mandate of it is time management. You came for the purpose of learning. Manage your time very well. The Bible says that the receivers are always slaves to what? The givers. So when you are allowed to be receiving things from some people, you will be their slaves. Even when they are going to washroom, you follow them to go and bath. So please do well to learn. And when you learn very well, the Almighty God will not leave you like this. What Bible says that everybody, we have been given a talent that you should play. In as much as you are not academically good, does not mean that when you go to church, you can't sing. If you know you are a better singer, as you are here, sing. And let angel also descend from heaven and come and say that, oh, you are marvelously good. So find where you can fit very well and do it. The discipline aspect of it is the code of dressing. Some of us, we dress and no one will tell you that you are getting insane. At least when you dress and they are even coming to arrest people who have been stolen, definitely they will arrest you because your behavior shows that you are almost similar to that person. So please, we beg, dress very well. Dress code we don't have. But don't dress as if you are going to the swimming pool. Some of you dress in such a way that even the guys can even touch your upper torso. They touch and even touch your buttocks. Because you are showing them the buttocks, why can't they touch it? Bible says that things that are expensive are covered. Cover yourself very well and you get a better husband to marry. I'm married, so if you also want to have a better husband, look at me, dress very well. The next one is be respectful. Be respectful. Please, those you don't respect in your classroom, they will find you a job to do. I tell you, those that you see them, they come with Uber to class. Some of them, they borrow. By those who don't see them, they even come and you see their shoe, but it will shock you that after here, they will get better job and they'll connect you. So please, treat them with what? Decorum. Give respect to your teachers. I must be found to tell you, your teachers will make you. Because here, results are very important. And your teacher is the only one who can do change of grade for you. I'm not saying that they will molest you. No way. If you write your exams and you know you have written it very well, you can challenge your results in some cases. But when you don't write it very well, that's where the problems come. You will be begging to the point that at times when you don't take care, you will follow the teacher to the teacher's office and you will ask the teachers to even touch you. The teachers will not touch you. Be very careful. They are married. Those who are not married, if you like them, let them go and marry you so that you become Mrs. Then when the teacher comes to class, they will know that teacher has a wife, isn't it? Good. So please, the guys also, be very careful about our girls and our ladies. Be very mindful. At times, how you also molest them, you don't also like it. It is my wish that you know you came to school, but you didn't come for boyfriend. If the person is responsible, the word is responsible, let the person go and marry you. You have seen the lady said Mrs., isn't it? It's nice. When you are going and they call you Mrs., to say, oh, me, there isn't it? The gentleman will go and come back. But when you are not Mrs., they will use you and go. Do you want them to use you like that? No. Or you want them to use you? All right. Then behave well. Dress nicely so that they wouldn't touch places that they shouldn't touch. It's my prayer that you be well disciplined so that when you leave the walls of ATU, we may know that you are from ATU. The last thing is, be very mindful what you say about ATU. Some of you, you can talk and even talk in a private car, forgetting that you are in trotro. And trotro is meant for everybody. At times, you don't know the one who sits behind you and the one who sits in front of you. Then you will be even talking, forgetting that the one behind you is a CEO of a company. The one in front of you is a CEO of a company. Would they employ you? No. One person, you are spoiling the work of 30,000 students. Be mindful. Be mindful. We are many. We are in a family. We have also come to join. Let us see the relationship. We call it cordial relationship. And by the time you leave here, you will be happy. I will be happy. And Nate, you'll be happy. Because don't forget that we are 75 years old. None of you here, myself too, I don't even reach that year. So you can't spoil a name that people have chalked before you came in. So as you are going, speak good about our school so that your certificate can be a good school. The Almighty God will bring you here, should see you through your endeavor. And all of you, congratulations for coming to ATU. Thank you.
All right, I think all has been said, and so our okay, so I said earlier that we were done, but you can all hear the fans going on at the back, and so we have the acting sports, yeah, the acting sports officer here, sports manager, sports officer here with us. So we would give him some time to talk to us, and then we go. I beg you, okay? All right. So welcome, Mr. Evans Indum. Please round of applause for him.
Good evening. You are most welcome. My name has already been mentioned to you, and we said you can't hear me. Can you hear me now? Hello. Are you okay? Nice one. You are most welcome. This is ATU Sports. As my colleague just mentioned, I am the acting sports officer and the chairman of ATU Sports. I'm here to officially welcome you into ATU and to the sports fraternity. I've not been given my time because I learned you've already exhausted the time, but I was just calling because I have to rush in here to meet my sportsmen and women and to talk to you. The overview of my office, as you can see on the board. The unit operates under the supervision of the Office of the Dean, and our Dean, Deputy Dean or Vice Dean is here, so I operate under her office while following statutory provision of the Academic Board and the Sports Advisory Committee, and I happen to be the chairman. You heard the name chairman, so chairman of the Sports Advisory Committee. So I'm the same person here. What is our vision? Our vision here is to be the front line of elite sports among the traditional universities, private universities, and technical universities in Ghana, and to contribute adequately to both national and international sports grades. We have had students who have passed through ATU, and some of them are in the national teams of various disciplines, others who have the opportunity of traveling outside, and they are doing sports internationally. That's why you see national and international here. What's our mission? To implement sports policy and identify talents and ensure preparation, organization, and competitiveness in sporting activities to bring the best out of student athletes in promoting the world of sports. As you are all here, I know we have good talents of you here, which I'm going to tap the talents very soon for ATU and for Mother Ghana and the world as a whole. Our responsibilities, the sports units have a responsibility to play in ATU. We plan, planning, coordinating, and implementing sports and leisure programs. We have a lot of sports activities this year, and I'll mention them very soon. And also, we assist staff and students in their recreational and physical activity. Whatever has to do with recreation, try fun, entertainment, etc. There are times you have to bring in sports also to come out with fitness or well-being program for we students and members of staff. Also, we collaborate with students and help to achieve optimum success in sports performance and social standing. What is the target? You are the target group. So the student athletes are scouted annually to build the university team for the various disciplines through freshers and inter-hall games. So you are the targets. As you are here, we've spoken this morning already to the regular students, and you are the evening school students. So as you are here, we have to let you know that we will be scouting out potential athletes to build up the school team for upcoming Gatusa games, which I will mention to you very soon. Gusa finished theirs last week Sunday in Cape Coast. Ours will be in Cape Coast somewhere in April. So you can be part of the school team and the discipline in which you find yourself. Normally we do this through freshers games. Very soon there'll be a timetable for freshers games. As freshers as you are, we'll have to come out with game plan, and we'll see how each and every one of you can perform in a discipline or more than one discipline. Some people can do 2, 3, 4, 5 disciplines. You can even do all. Others to single or none. So we do that through freshers game and inter-halls. By this time, when you enter into the portal, you should know where you belong. You must belong to a hall, and we have a hall system. So very soon, we'll be organizing inter-hall competition as well in this school. These are the competitive sporting events that we have in this school. We compete in athletics. We all know athletics, running, sprinters, middle, long distance runners, and then field events. The field events, you know of those who throw javelin, discus, shot put, long jump, triple jump, high jump. You get it? And then for the sprints, we have the 100 meters, 200 meters, 400 meters, 4 by 100, 4 by 400 meters. And then the other middle distance, we have the 800, 1,000, 500, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, etc. We need you, especially the long distance athletes. Badminton, you all know badminton is a racket game. Basketball is a ball game. Chess, board game. Cross country, you all know what's cross country. You run through Ghana. Then football, that we normally call soccer. Then handball, hockey, judo, netball, Scrabble, swimming, table tennis, taekwondo. Why? No, it's a sporting activity that we normally undertake as far as our sporting calendar or programs are concerned. But for some time now, we haven't taken part because we don't have the athletes, we don't have the fighters, we don't have the fighters. So as you can now, if you're a fighter, just identify yourself that you fight for the school. Then we have volleyball, and then tennis. So please, as I said, these are the disciplines in which we compete for the Ghana Technical University Sports Association, GATUSA. So these are the games. So if you find yourself in any of these disciplines, I will show you where you can register yourself, and we'll meet you very soon, and we'll start preparing towards that. These are non-competitive sports. That is, we just do it, but we don't compete in it. Normal Keep Fit program, we do Keep Fit here a lot. Once in a month, every 2 weeks, semester, etc. We have a lay down program that we have been having. Keep Fit Club, we all know Keep Fit. Some of you are already in some Keep Fit clubs. Then we have health walk. We do health walk as well. Last year we did walk from Aimensa barrier, Aimensa to Abri. We went as far to Kitase Jankama. You get it? Yeah, good work. We did that in the year. And we did another one to our second campus on the Insaon Road, Mpehuasem. There also we started somewhere along the roadside, and then we continue to the site to create awareness for students to know that we also have another site over there. We'll do health and wellness seminars also for you to know the benefits of being keep fitting, you know. Exercising is very good, jogging, walk, etc. Because some of you here, I don't know if you can ever do 5 push-ups. That's press-ups, only 5, you cannot do it. Others too can do up to 100 plus. Others cannot walk, you cannot jog, and it's good. Education is good, but with sports attached to it, you are good to go. Some of us here, because of sports, you are seen as very fit, as you can see. Very, very, very fit. Don't dare, very, very fit. Then we have fun games. If the SRC are organizing some fun games, etc., have games around, fun games. They do play football, gala, they do other things, you know, just as you see the name, fun. We have fun, socializing, and then we have entertainment, etc., through sports. So the activities I said we had at the Bri Walk, which I just mentioned, Mpehuasem Walk, and then the Freshers Games, and then Interhalls. You can see I'm even wearing a T-shirt. This is the T-shirt that we used for last year's Inter-Freshers Games, of which we have a timetable or calendar for it, which very soon we'll be organizing that one as well. So if you are here and happen to be in that team, the school will come out with souvenirs and other stuff, and you also be lucky to have something like this to wear to full price. See that I'm looking good in it. You can see everything about ATU here. The sport, all the disciplines are here. And when you look at my back also, you see ATU sports. It's ATU sports, not just sports. ATU sports. You must make it very clear. And then what achievements have we talked so far? Successful achievement. We had the walk, as I said, and we have another one this year. Also, the one at Mpehuasem, same. But then there was one that we had, which was very, very international. Maybe some of you were privileged to hear of it or to watch it live on our screens. That was when we participated in the Africa Basketball Festival tournament in December 2023. 2024, we also invited, by that time we were on vacation, so we couldn't raise a team to take part in the games. It was held in Legon, but this one was held at the Bukom Square or Bukom Arena, where ATU basketball team met with University of Ghana. That's Legon basketball team. In fact, University of Ghana is bigger than ATU, but then we were able to beat them 28 to 27, just half basket. And that day, I wish you were there at the Bukom Arena. I was there, Deputy Dean was also there, and other international invited. It was a nice show to watch. We beat them 28-27. Those of you know basketball, when someone beats you 28-27, it's not easy. In fact, up to date, that respect is there. ATU for real. Yeah, so upcoming program this year, we have a serious GATUSA games. GATUSA, Ghana Technical University Sports Association, is biannual. You know, we do it every 2 years. Last 2 years, we went to Tamale. We took part in among the 10 technical universities who were one. We did very well there as well. And this year is to be hosted at Cape Coast by Cape Coast Technical University. And we'll be going there from the 3rd of April to 13th April this year. So one of our game plan is that let's have what we call, sorry, Justify Inclusion, Justifier, where all of you will be invited to come and show your skills. We have already created a link. There's a link through the SRC Genomes Ambassador. They have a link, and our sports unit also have a link. That you have to see one gentleman at the sports office called Orvis. We call him Orvis, Isaac Orvis Chibu, but popularly known as High Jumper. He's called High Jumper. He's the person you have to see and register yourself. Just tell us which discipline you can help the school with, and you can help yourself as well. So we'll be doing that this year, January, about 2 weeks from now. Very soon you see the adverts, flyers going all over. So register yourself and we move from there. Then after that, we're having the freshers games, as I suggest to welcome you, acquire our freshers. And we can still also tap some potentials from the freshers games as well, because we are having the Gatusa game in April. So we have the freshers game in February, we can still scout out potential athletes to beef up the strength of the technical university team. Then for the work there, we all know that work is work. It's just a normal keep fit thing that we have to just get ourselves into it. Benefits. With this, it's very conducive for student athletes to have a rapport or relationship with their lecturers. Some of your lecturers are coordinators, some are coaches, etc. And our deputy or vice dean is the female adjutant for real. She has been the female adjutant for the past 2 decades. So you see how she loves sports. So the ladies who get to know of her when you join the team, as being the female adjutant, you always see her around you. Again, we will provide you sportswear. You see, normally when you find yourself in the team like this and we're about to travel, when we are preparing you for the games, we have to provide you with certain incentive, sportswear, including sneakers, etc. At the end of the day, we give it to you for free. You don't pay for it. ATU buy it and give it to you, and we'll dress you, look very sportive, you look good, you're nice, presentable. Get it? Yeah. So get yourself into ATU sports so that you can benefit from our sportswear and souvenirs. Again, there will be financial support. There will be financial support for our sportsmen and women, athletes. At the moment, as I speak, portal has been open for student athletes to apply for scholarship. And we're using a criteria for continuing student. But in your case, when you apply, we will have to invite you to get certain documents or credentials from you to enable us, judge, to know whether you fit for the scholarship. It's not full scholarship though. It's part scholarship or partial scholarship that will support your academic work as far as school fees is concerned. So these are some benefits that you get. Also, you know, we have the hostel. As we speak now, the hostel is open to both regular students and evening school. So if you're a sportsman, there's a slot that you can get, and we can also push it for you to get it. This year, or let's say last year, those students who applied will be able to get it for them. Now the portal is open, so you also apply. Who knows, you may have the nice opportunity to be enrolled in the hostel. That's why I have accommodation, travel assistant, and also you can be a promoter of sports. You can also be a philanthropist. You can be a sports enthusiast and also a sports event manager. You see, our office, as I said, the sports office is located at this block. This very block, as I pointed my finger, is the BTech block. There's renovation work going on there. Seriously, you can see that we are recoating or redressing the place. A very nice structure. After the big tree, that building in front there, our office room number is room 32. But because we are having renovation works going on there now, we cannot use the place because there's dust and other things, moving things here and there. So you can always find the sports team under the neem tree. Under this neem tree, they have mounted a table there with displaying some medals, some trophies, some flyers for you to see and have a feel of, oh, I can also wear this medal. I can hold this trophy, etc. So please, as from tomorrow, try and come close to the neem tree area. You will see a gentleman called High Jumper, and he's seated on a table with his colleagues. You see them playing Scrabble, chess, etc. You will see trophies, other things that will inform you that, oh, this is the sports table. Go and register. There's a link that you'll be given from Genove's ambassador and from the sports unit. Please, you need us, we also need you. As you've come and learn very hard, as it has been said. And there are good benefits you can also get as far as sports is concerned. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, it's worth it to clap for me. I've done very well. I've done a very nice presentation. So please clap, do more clapping. All right, so thank you all for coming. I wish you all the best. Come and stay and come and do sports for ATU. ATU needs you, and we also have to do.
All right, so our supper for the evening, please come and close us so that we can go.
Shall we please be on our feet? I'm praying. Father, we thank you this evening for your grace that you have shown unto us once again. We thank you from the beginning to the end. As we are departing, we pray that may you let your spirit lead us and protect us and guide us throughout our education program. In Jesus' name we pray with thanksgiving. Amen.
Fine.